Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. Glad to have you guys join me tonight. We are going to go wherever your questions take us as normal, but we're also going to talk about organizing and some tips for speeding up, getting a little faster with your couponing and getting your lists together, and just any other tips that I have or even you guys have. So if y'all have tips on what makes you faster or ways that you've found to get faster, please share them, and I'll gladly highlight them and share them with everyone else too. If this is your first time joining in tonight, you can ask questions by pressing the plus sign next to the little chat box down the bottom, and ask away in the chat room. I have a feeling we'll have some folks join us because I hopped on a couple minutes early. I've been late the last few nights, a couple minutes late, so you got to make up for it in some way. And you may hear somebody fuss a little bit. We have someone who doesn't want to go to sleep tonight in our house. That's just life with a newborn. So my sweet husband is trying his best to get her calm, and we'll see how that goes. But it is great to have some time away and let him do that. Now, as we go in tonight and organizing coupons, I've done this before on a Google Hangout. So for some of you, it may be new information. For others of you, it may be kind of a repeat of what you already knew, and that's okay too. So feel free to just ask away on any other questions that you have. We don't have to stick in organization by any means, but it's fun to have a topic to get us going while folks are logging in and thinking about whatever their questions are. So to get us started on coupon organization, there are three basic ways that most folks would recommend that you think about organizing your coupons. And so when I say three basic ways, I don't mean that you do all three of them, really that you decide which camp you're going to fall in, and three ways that you would organize your coupons on a regular basis. So you would kind of pick which one is best for you. And so when you're deciding, I'm going to go through them in the least amount of time required to the most amount of time required. And you can pick and choose what works for you in that. But most amount of time required is the most intensive coupon organizer, coupon binder. I'll tell you, that is not me. I tried that. If you were to come and look at my coupon binder, everything in it expired almost 6 years ago. I couldn't do it. It was too much time. It was too overwhelming. It kind of made me burn out and hate what I was doing. So for me, I do the least amount of time required. That's where we're going to start in terms of how to organize your coupons. And so what I do is literally cut nothing until I'm heading to the store. So here are my coupons that came in Sunday, a week ago's paper. I get the Sunday paper coupons. These are just the whole inserts. I haven't done anything to them. And all I do is write the date on the front somewhere where I can see it. The only reason I do that is that the date is on here. It's just really, really tiny in all of those words. I don't want to have to analyze the spine of these inserts every time I'm looking for a coupon. So I write the date somewhere on the front. Then all of the coupons from this Sunday, which this particular Sunday was just a Smart Source insert, all of those coupons get put in a hanging file folder. Other folks use an accordion file folder. I just have a drawer in my desk that is a coupon drawer. The accordion file folders, you can find those at Target and Staples. They're like $2 or $3. This is a great time of the year to grab one as well. So if you get just the normal accordion, this whole insert will fit right down inside of it, and it has a big plastic flap that just goes over the top to close them up. Make sure that you get an accordion file folder that can hold 12 to 13 pockets, because that's going to hold about 3 months worth of inserts, and that's about how long inserts are good for. So I'm going to come in every week. I'm going to put all of the inserts that I got this week in one pocket or one hanging file folder. And I'm actually going to take out 1 week, because I've been doing this long enough to where when all your folders or pockets are filled, you're going to come in, find the oldest one that's in there, and take out those inserts. The oldest ones that are in there are 3 months old. And the odds of there being any good coupons left that you haven't used in the store or that haven't expired, it's pretty slim. But there's a tip that I would recommend. And so I'll do my fun little screen share and show you my tip in terms of how I would clean up what I took out. So this coming Sunday, this is the insert that's coming out for me. The Smart Source insert from 531 is right at the 3-month-old mark. And you can come to the database and type that in. So this is just the coupon database on Southern Savers, and you can get there by clicking that button in the top right-hand corner. So I came to the database, I typed in SS, which is the name of a Smart Source insert. That's the abbreviation we would use. 531, meaning that it came out on May 31st. And then all the coupons that it shows are the only coupons that are left that are still good in that insert. If it shows nothing, then everything in the insert has expired. So you can sit there and pull out each Sunday and go through quickly versus having to analyze every single coupon in an insert to see whether it was good or whether it was bad. And this is a chunk of coupons that are still good, but you'll notice a lot of them actually expire in the next week. So a good number of them aren't going to be good much longer at all. And some of these you would maybe never want to use, or you've already used, like this guy right here, a Yasso frozen Greek yogurt. That's been buy one, get one at Publix so many times in the last 3 months that I've definitely used that one. Mayfield ice creams, buy one, get one in my Publix starting Wednesday. So if you haven't used it, you've got a whole nother reason to haul that one out. But that's a big quick tip in terms of how to clean out your inserts, since we want to hold on to about 3 months worth at a time, and we don't need any longer than that. So I have my inserts, I have them all whole, and then what I'm going to do, they're all going back in an accordion file folder by date. When I print my shopping list, and this is a shopping list from a couple of weeks ago, but it literally shows you how I get ready. When I print my shopping list, it tells me what coupons I need, and I go and I find them. So if I grabbed 80 cents off 4, which is what I did on the Hamburger Helper, an 80 cents off 4 printable coupon, I need to buy 4 of those Hamburger Helpers. Then I wrote a 4 off to the side. I know exactly how many I want to buy when I get to the store. I'm good. That's all I needed. So for me, I sit down and I cut all of the coupons out of these inserts right before I go to the store. I don't need them until then because my shopping list is going to tell me exactly what to cut and exactly where to go to get it. So I could have grabbed as well. You'll notice, let me see if I can hold it straight enough. I could have grabbed the insert from the SS712 for that Hamburger Helper or the printable for 80 cents off 4. I really went with the 80 cents off 4 only because I knew I was going to use the Savings Star e-coupon too. So it's a higher value for me in the sense of it's 80 cents versus 75 cent savings. I can't use one on the 4th item if I used a 75 cents off 3 anyway. So that's the reason that I chose that particular coupon. But all the coupons that you need are listed right there on your shopping list. So it makes it super simple. I'm going to go through, I'm going to cut the coupons that I have. I'm going to write next to them how many I plan to buy. So we have 4 of that. We have, let's see, I always go the wrong way, 2 of something else. And you'll just kind of notice it all the way down. This one I was grabbing a lot in Publix. The little check marks off to the side mean that I actually put it in my buggy. That's just me making sure I grabbed something. But that would be the fast way to get together. So I'm not organizing anything. I'm cutting only what I need to go to the store today. A few caveats on that. What happens if I get to the store and I find something was on sale and I don't have the coupon? Because for someone in a big accordion system, I'm going to sit down. I'm only going to cut what I know I'm going to use today. I'm not going to have a coupon for a clearance or a closeout item. And that makes some people panic. They can't handle it. They love their binder. They love having those coupons right there with them. We have 2 options. So if I run into a deal that I wasn't prepared for, which doesn't honestly happen often because there is a Publix list and there is a Publix unadvertised list and a BuyLow list and a BuyLow unadvertised list. So I don't have that issue. But if I did run into something that I wasn't prepared for, I actually go ahead and buy it. And what I do, go home, make a note on my shopping list or write it even on the receipt. And the next time I head into Publix, all I have to do is bring in that receipt and bring in the coupon and say, hey, you know what? I bought this and I didn't have the coupon. I meant to use the coupon on it. Can I use it now? Every time it's a yes. They're going to give you the discount in a Publix gift card, or they'll put it back on the card that you paid for the transaction with. You have two options there. It really doesn't matter to me which way they do it, but I can use the coupon after the fact. So it's not a huge, what am I going to do? I don't have the coupon. I'm missing out on the deal. Not a problem. I can go home. I can deal with it the next time that I'm headed into the store. I don't have to panic, and I don't have to spend 4 hours organizing all my coupons just to get that one clearance deal in the store. So for me, it still works out. I still get the deal that I wanted to get with very little extra time put into this. So total, just to give you an idea here, that this is going to take, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to make my shopping list. I go ahead and print my shopping list. Go ahead and print all the coupons that go along with it the day the shopping list posts. So Publix goes up on Southern Savers on Monday, but the new ad doesn't start in most areas until Wednesday or Thursday, depending on where you live. I've gone ahead and printed all the coupons that I plan on using, though, because printable coupons don't always last long, especially if they make a really great deal. So what I would do is I've got the printable coupons kind of paper clipped to it. That part's ready to go. And then sometime Tuesday afternoon, since my Publix ad begins on Wednesday, and Wednesday is usually my day to hit the store, Tuesday afternoon is about the time that I'm going to sit down and cut the insert coupons that go along with it. Total time, though, to click the little buttons on the shopping list, print the coupons, and cut the coupons is about 45 minutes in terms of getting my shopping list together. So I'm not taking a ton of time. Now, 45 minutes for some of you might be like, whoa, I'm not spending that much time getting ready. But think about it in terms of how much we're saving, because a big trip for me going into Publix, getting a ton of coupons together, spending that true full 45 minutes, I might save around 100 to 120 bucks for that 45 minutes worth of work. That's a pretty good deal. So don't get grumpy at 45 minutes. It's well worth it. And you can actually speed that up too. So we'll talk about that in a second. That is option number one, though, and kind of giving you a full picture of how you would use it. In case you're curious, all the coupons, once I have them cut, they just go in a Ziploc bag. It's super simple. I don't need them in the store because remember, I've written on the shopping list how many I'm buying. So I go through, I buy 4 hamburger helpers, I buy 2 Simply Lemonades and 2 Scott paper towels, all the way down. At the very end of my trip, I go through the coupons one time just to pull out anything that I forgot about or they didn't have on the shelf, they were out of. Those are the items I need to get rain checks for before I leave the store. But I don't have to sit there and analyze every single product the whole time I'm shopping. It's going to take you 9 hours. No, just grab it. It's on the list. Move on to the next item. It's kind of a fast way to handle things all the way through. So long view of option number one, but I wanted you to see how it fully worked. I need one other thing to work with the big accordion system, and that is a small little coupon organizer. It can be your traditional coupon organizer. It can be the next step up if you want to kind of get a little more organized with these guys. But you are going to have some coupons that you printed early or you found in the store. These lovely in-store dispenser coupons that are always sticking out at you. I want to take them when I see them. It doesn't mean that the coupon will still be there when this item is on sale. So this is one for salad. I want to grab that if if it comes on sale, I've got a really great deal. But where do I put this? Because all of my coupons are in big accordion files, I'm going to use a small coupon organizer that's going to be organized by location in the store. And to give you an idea, that is what this is. I've just cut the top off of it. So we're just talking like a normal little tabbed organizer. You're going to stick these in where they go. So you may have refrigerated and frozen and dry goods, personal care. You can figure out what those categories are. I also have those categories listed. If you head to the Learn to Coupon tab on Southern Savers and you look, oh, actually, that's not the right place. Head to the Workshops tab on Southern Savers and you'll see the online workshop that we have. and a full version of the workshop manual that I give to everyone when you come to like an in-person workshop. And in there are options of what I would organize a coupon folder with if you look at that full workshop PDF. And I'll try to stick it in chat really quick if I can multitask and stick it in there. So we've got this little coupon organizer. It's not holding a ton. It's just holding the few coupons that you have come across in the store. So don't go, crazy thinking that you're going to need a massive, big organizer. You won't. It's just holding a little bit. And here is the URL that has the PDF version of the workbook. So you can kind of skim through and find organization in that. You're not going to use this coupon folder for everything. So if you think, you know what, I'm going to stick all my coupons in here and we're going to go to the store, or some of you that are just starting out, you have your little coupon organizer and you're super excited because you have your organizer. I cannot save the most money by just cutting a few coupons and putting it in here. To save the most money possible, I actually need to keep the entire insert. And I know you may look at that and think, you know what, I have no plans on buying whatever this product is. Maybe you don't, but you never know when the deal is coming up. So no, I may not necessarily want to save a, Kotex $1 off coupon or $5 off Bear coupon, but I don't know when I'm going to see a deal come up for that product. Now I have the whole insert. If a deal comes up, I'm good. I come in, I cut it. If the deal never comes up, I never wasted time on it. So that's the joy of option number 1 and going with keeping your inserts whole in an accordion file. This guy's just holding a little bit of loose. Now let's move on to option 2. And feel free to throw in questions as we go through. So option number 2 is to actually cut all the coupons that you plan on using. I just noticed that my children put crayons in the bottom of my coupon bag. Option number 2 is to cut all the coupons that you plan on using and keep them in some kind of large organizing system. So some folks choose a box, like a shoe box or a lunch box. I chose an insulated lunch bag. These are super, super cheap right now. It has 3, let me see if I can hold this so you can see inside of it. 3 coupon folders with their tops cut off so that you can see what they are. You can see the categories quickly. And then you can sit there and cut. You have 2 options with this guy, really. You can cut everything that you know you will use and keep the rest whole. So this is like blending 1 and 2. I put everything I know I will use in the coupon organizer, keep everything else whole in case a deal came along. Or I can cut everything in here and put it in the coupon organizer. It's up to you, whichever way you'd like to go. And this can now come into the store with me. So this has about 40 categories, and it's not just huge dry goods, refrigerated, frozen. It's condiments and baking goods and cereal items, fruit. It's really small categories, not just a personal care, but an oral care and a soaps and detergents and soaps and deodorants, sorry. All sorts of things broken down into smaller categories so that you can find them faster. Because if I tried to put all the coupons from this Sunday in one little organizer, I'm gonna have 200 coupons in the same pocket and I can't handle that. So this breaks those pockets down in that coupon organizer so that you can find what you need a little faster. Again, you can blend this. I could cut everything or just cut what I know I'm gonna use and keep the rest whole. So that's the joy of option number 2, is that it works really well to use however you wanna use it. To go back, someone asked a question on the buy low hamburger helper. So to just show you this one again, the coupon option that I chose was the 80 cents off 4, the 0.80/4 hamburger helper printable. That is 80 cents off 4 hamburger helpers. I also use the Saving Star 80 cents off 4 because you're allowed to use them together. So I can buy 4 hamburger helpers, all my fingers there, 4 hamburger helpers, and I actually get to use both of those coupons. So I get $1.60 off of all 4 of them. And then you'll see down here the math that I gave you, use both of those, makes it 60 cents a piece. So hopefully that helps you kind of see why I did that particular deal that way. I can't use a second Saving Star. We only get 1 of those at a time. So if I'd grabbed 8 of them, I can't use that Saving Star coupon twice. I could have used 2 printables, but I don't really need 8 hamburger helpers. Having 4, this is like my stick it in the back of the pantry and mom has a panic night kind of meal. We don't eat it a ton, but it's a nice thing to have every now and then. So 4 is a perfect amount. Hopefully that helps. But if you have more questions on that one, just ask. And you can always grab as many as you have coupons for in most stores. So there are stores that will limit you and you do need to know their limits, but a lot of times the limits are really going to be up to the cashier to catch. It's not the computer that's going to catch them. For instance, Publix will say that they limit you to the number of deals. It's totally cashier based. If you went in and you had a buggy filled with mustard, they might say something, but most of them aren't. It's just kind of literally it's up to the cashier that you choose on almost all of the limit kind of rules, even down to the number of like items that will double. It's not usually computer based. It's always cashier based. Just so you're ready for that. Now, I'm not telling you to break any of their coupon policies by any means, but just so that you kind of know if you needed some extras, it never really hurts to ask. If I needed 10 and the store didn't want you to have 10, they wanted you to have 8, either just see or check out in multiple transactions. That's the easy option, or just ask. And you shouldn't really have an issue. So sorry, I have to readjust. I broke my tailbone a few weeks ago. So this is my first night of sitting for a Google Hangout in a few weeks. Option number 3, I meant to go out to the garage to get my old binder, but you guys have an idea of what a coupon binder looks like. And this is where we go kind of crazy organization when you're working on things. So we're going to cut every single coupon and we're going to slip them into all of those little baseball card sheets so that you can see every single little coupon in your book as you're going through the store. The problem with this organizational system, even if you just do a few, even if I look at the insert and I say, you know what, I'm just going to cut the ones I know I'm going to use and I'm going to put those in a binder and keep the rest whole. So you're thinking, it's kind of like blending between keeping them all uncut and then going with the maximum system. You're still talking about a lot of time. So a normal person in a coupon binder probably spends about an hour and a half organizing it most weeks. Some exceptions being the weeks, obviously, that only have 1 insert. But then you've got weeks that have 4 and 5 inserts, and you've got to go through all those, still have to organize them all. So don't go here unless you've got a lot of time to give. But a coupon binder does take a good hour and a half, because the other problem is you have a lot that are expiring. So I don't want to go tearing in to some really intense way to organize my coupons just to find out that while it looks super organized and super fun, I can't keep up with it. And that's really what happened to me. And I said in the beginning when we started, if you were to come and look at my organizer, you would notice, how many of them expired in like 2009. It's a really long time ago. Just looking at the coupons that are set to expire in the next 9 days, which I can tell in the database, we have over 900 coupons set to expire in the next 9 days. That's a lot of coupons. And if you have all of those in your coupon binder, you have to take them all out. Not only all the ones that you're getting, so I have to put new ones in, but I got to clean it out too. So that's the time involved in having a coupon binder. Does it save you more money over using an accordion system or a bag system? Not necessarily. We're all going to get about the same deals. Yes, someone in a binder is going to get a few more deals in the clearance department. But remember what I was mentioning earlier, you can still grab the clearance deal and just bring the coupon in the next time you come. I don't have to have it today. So it's not necessarily saving you anymore. You just kind of feel more organized, but you spent a ton of time to get there. Not only the time before you got to the store, but most folks in a binder shop slow too, because the goal is to get every deal that's out there. So you've got to kind of weigh your time in deciding which of these you pick. And if you pick the big crazy organizer, that's fine. We're all different, and some of you will love that system, but you've got to have the time to give to it. Most of us don't have that. Most of us get very, very frustrated very quickly at spending that much time. So going with the keeping them whole, it tends to be a great place to start. And then if you decide, I do want a few more with me, then start blending between the keeping them whole and keeping them in a large category system so that you can find the few that you'll use. And if that's still not enough, then kind of keep bumping it up. But just don't go diving into a binder right away without really thinking about how much time that binder is going to take. And so just to chime in for some other folks, Teray's got kind of the classic question for couponing. How do you know when you see a coupon to print, but when the sale starts, the coupons are gone? So how do you stay ahead and always have the printable coupons ready before they're gone? So Teray, the first thing that I would recommend is that you print the printable coupons when the ad posts. So again, like Publix, all of those main stores post early. The drugstores post super early. Publix, the ad starts Wednesday or Thursday. I posted on Southern Savers on Monday. Drugstores start on Sundays. They all go up on Thursday night on Southern Savers. So going in and making that your habit, just the day the list posts, we don't need to get all the inserts cut, but let's head over and let's just print the printable coupons that correspond with the list. Because when I post the list, I try to verify that every printable is still there when the list goes up. That doesn't mean that they'll last a really long time. So it's even my habit. Mondays is print coupon day and paper clipping them to the printable shopping list so that I'm all ready to just go ahead and cut the inserts when I have time over the next couple days. The other option though is to kind of follow a few rules. So in printable coupon land, these are my rules. You can make your own. But when I'm looking at new coupons, the first one is if it's a product that I know we will use. So it's a Pop-Tart coupon. It may not even be a high value coupon, but my children love Pop-Tarts. I'm going to print it when I see it. I know we'll use it. It's a brand we love. The second one is if it's a really high value coupon or I know it's going to make for something to be completely free or a really great deal. So an example on this one would be the Starbucks single iced coffees that's up on coupons.com right now. I want to print that when I see it. It doesn't mean it's going to last long. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's already gone tonight. That iced coffee matched with an Ibotta app coupon makes for a free single iced coffee at pretty much every store, makes it a money maker at Target thanks to a Cartwheel coupon that pairs in as well. Either way, free or a money maker, that's a good coupon to print. And you're going to kind of learn these as you've been couponing for a little bit. Like, oh, wow, the last time I saw that coupon came up, it made for a really great deal. I want to go ahead and grab that now. Even if you don't know that it's going to make it free, though, if it looks to be a really high value coupon, like the buy one, get one razor coupons we've seen lately, or even recently $1.75 off of a frozen pizza, it's a great coupon. I have nothing against frozen pizza. There are lots of things that make a mom's life much easier. That's actually my go-to date night food for a babysitter. Done. Grandma is coming over to watch the kids. Here's a frozen pizza. And it makes grandma a lot happier too, that she doesn't have to figure out dinner. So grab those when you see them. Brands that you know you'll use. The second one, high value coupons or a coupon that you know will make something almost free. And the third rule for me is produce coupons. So if I see a produce or a meat coupon for that matter pop up on any printable coupon site, I'm going to go ahead and grab it when I see it. An example would be like Libby's canned vegetables. We'll see $1 off 4 pop up, printable coupon for Libby's canned vegetables. That printable coupon never lasts longer than a day or two when it comes up. And even Libby's canned fruit. I know it's canned vegetables, but still we just don't see a lot of discounts in the produce, meat, fruit department. So print them when you see them. You'll use them, they'll come on sale. And the joy with printable coupons is they don't expire for 30 days. So even if I do print it super early, I'm probably going to find a deal to be able to use it on. Go ahead and organize that in your coupon little folder that you've got with your accordion system or your big bag system or whatever you're kind of using. Everything else, leave it there. The Pillsbury roll coupon, it'll be there when you die. It's not going anywhere. So don't print like 500 of them just to feel like you're going to stay on top. You really end up wasting a lot more paper and ink that way. But hopefully that will help you kind of get a feel for what you should grab. And then in terms of binders, if you go that route, Cassie's kind of sharing what else she uses. So there are lots of different things that you can put your coupons in. It doesn't have to be baseball card sheets. They have portfolio sheets. They have, which would be where you can slide the whole insert straight into, I would almost consider like a sheet protector. So you can just slide this whole thing into that and have it with you in your binder. You can also grab the baseball card sheets. You can also get money pockets that look like baseball sheets, but they're baseball card sheets, but they're meant for currency to sit in. And that will hold a whole printable without having to fold it. You just need a lot of those if you've got a lot of printable coupons. I'm not gonna like tell you go run out and have 90 sheets in your coupon binder. That's obviously gonna cost a lot more money and a lot more time to organize it. But there are other things other than baseball cards, definitely. And one other things that you're gonna have to have with this binder is tab organizers, because you still want your binder to be organized by location in the store. Some folks organize theirs by aisle. That doesn't always work for me because I'm not always in the same grocery store. So this way, I would more rather have it organized by location, and I have tabs. If I were doing a binder, this is how I did my binder 6 years ago when I did it. But you have tabs based on location in the store so that I can still find baby items quickly and dry goods quickly, personal care quickly. One other thing that a binder has to do if you're going binder is that it must zip up. If it doesn't zip up, get a new one, because the minute you hold a binder upside down, all those baseball cards sheets, they just let the coupons slip right out the top and you will cry. You've spent hours putting them in those little baseball card pockets just to see them all come right back out. So don't do that. Make sure your binder zips up if you're getting a binder. And then as we go through, let me see, any other, okay, no other organizational questions. Then I'm gonna kind of dive in to some of your questions, and then we'll jump into some other tips that may speed you up if we don't have enough questions to fill the time. So Tawana has a tip for everyone. Everyone in the chat room can see it, but everyone else that's watching later is to always look at gas stations. You'll find even more candy coupons. Tawana, I'm right there with you because we have been stopping potty training a 2-year-old on trips lately. I have a ton of free Milky Way and Snicker coupons when you buy Dr. Pepper, and other 50 cents off too. You'll find lots of candy and soda, individual like 20-ounce soda coupons in gas stations. They'll be on tear pads, so go ahead and take one or take two. Don't take the whole tear pad, be sweet. But grabbing those in gas stations, I do not have to use them in the gas stations. They're manufacturer's coupons. I can turn around and use them in BI-LO, in Walgreens. Tawana says CVS. So Walgreens, CVS, they love to put their individual candies on sale. Buy one, get one, buy two, get one, or even printing extra care bucks. Well, now you've got a coupon to go along with it, and they don't expire for a really long time. So Andrew says, can you explain the Saving Star program as well as other e-coupons, Ibotta, etc.? How many are there and how many can I stack with them? I shop at CVS and Food Lion the most. BI-LO and Publix might be every other month. Okay, so there are a lot, just to start there. They all pretty much work the same. Saving Star is the one exception that Saving Star works directly with your shopper card. So the 4 stores, Andrew, that you've mentioned, Saving Star works directly with those stores. In other words, I scan my Food Lion MVP card. I do not get the Saving Star discount at the store. Instead, I get the Saving Star discount online in my Saving Star account. So I bought the items in Food Lion. I used a printable coupon or other manufacturer coupons in Food Lion. I even maybe used those coupons that printed at the door at the coupon printer in Food Lion. That's fine. I check out, I scan my Food Lion card. Food Lion tells Saving Star what I purchased, and Saving Star then credits my account within usually 2 or 3 days. So I didn't get that extra Saving Star amount off at the register. For instance, to give you a full picture of this, let's go BI-LO for a second. BI-LO does the same thing. I scan my BI-LO card at the register. I bought the 4 hamburger helpers. I used the printable coupon at the register, scanned my BI-LO card. BI-LO told Saving Star that I bought 4 hamburger helpers. Savings Star automatically puts 80 cents in my Savings Star online account. That extra 80 cents does not come off of the register. I still kind of give you the total in math, makes it 60 cents, just so you realize how much you're paying for the items. But really and truly, I'm paying a little bit more because I'm not getting that extra 80 cents right there at the register. I'm going to get it in a couple days in my Savings Star account. When you have a certain amount saved up, and they just changed it. It used to be $5. I want to say it's $10 now. When you have their threshold amount, and all the apps are different too, saved up, you can get it out in a direct deposit to your bank. PayPal deposits, gift cards, all the apps offer different things. And I will tell you, one of the reasons that I don't necessarily know what it takes to get it out is that I don't get it out very often. So for me, I have $41 saved up in Savings Star because we get it out most Christmases. It does say $5. Maybe that's an email that I just read that they're changing some things then that makes me want to say 10. But I save Savings Star up. I don't have to get it out. It doesn't go away. And it's kind of our Christmas slush fund. So we get it out once a year. With Savings Star, I can use the app or I can use their online site. And this is the same for kind of all of the various programs that are out there. Some of them are work completely online. You don't have to have a phone. For others, you do have to have a phone. So one fun deal to talk about for Savings Star would be a free Hershey's candy bar. I can come onto the app or onto the website. I click that little plus sign. And when I click the plus sign, it adds it to my shopping list. So now I go to Buy Low. I buy a Hershey's milk chocolate bar sometime between now and Wednesday. That's when this offer expires. So it expires in 2 days. I'm going to pay for it at the register, but then I'm going to get back 100% of the amount of that bar in my Savings Star account. So it's a complete freebie after you got the rebate back. And if you do get your deposits quickly, so you've earned your $5 and you get it right back out, it really isn't that much of an increase in cost for you. You're going to have it by the end of the week back in your bank account. That's not really a problem. So that's how Savings Star works. Quick view of that one. And then Andrew, your other question was how many are there? When it comes to other apps, there are a lot. So I'll just type in a few of my go-to favorites. And really, you could spend a while in app land. But those 4 are probably the 4 that I use the most. Ibotta, Checkout 51, Shopmium, and MobiSave. There's also Snap by Groupon, and which is probably my 5th. There are others as well. Those are the 5 that I stick with, and those are the 5 that will be matched in with your shopping list on a normal day. So it's going to be already there for you. You'll see Savings Star, MobiSave, and whatnot to help you remember to use those offers. The fun part of all those offers is that they can all be used together. So if you looked and you saw Hamburger Helper on Savings Star and MobiSave and Ibotta and Checkout 51, you could literally just buy however many the first one told you to buy and use the same receipt with every other company. So it's a crash course in apps, but it kind of answers a lot of them. One other question that you had, issues with Publix or Buy Low doubling the Smart Source in-store coupons. So these little guys that are printing at the register, most of them, they all say do not double, but most of them do double in the stores. But I have noticed this. I've not had issues with them automatically doubling, but I have noticed that they're smart. So if I'm in Publix, and I wish I had some examples that I could just think of to pull right out for you in terms of coupons that I have. But if I'm in Publix, let's say it was this coupon. I'm in Publix half the time in my Publix, this would be a 55-cent coupon because Publix doesn't double that high. And then if I walked into Buy Low, it would be like a 60-cent coupon or even higher than that sometimes because Buy Low doesn't double above that. A lot of times I can find the 50-cent coupon in Buy Low too and the 55-cent in Publix. Publix doesn't double 55 cents, but they do the 50. So you can sit there and kind of move around, but I've never had issues with them not doubling. If they do not double, there's not much that you can say. Since it says that it's not subject to double, that's the first thing the cashier is going to turn around and say to you. In all honesty, that really doesn't matter. That is written on there by the manufacturer solely to help the store out, because the store is the one that's paying for the doubling, not the manufacturer. The store doesn't want to have to pay more, so when they're going to put a coupon in the store, they kind of ask the manufacturers, hey, will you help us out and write that on the top of your coupon? But it's of no impact to the manufacturer whatsoever, whether they do or do not double a coupon. So Tawana asks the good printer to get and where. So my go-to printer, always the same, is the Brother, and I'll just type this in as well, Brother HL2240 or the 2230. They just came out with a new version that is the 2230. It used to always be the 2240. There's no difference between the two of them, but just watch for deals on either one of them. That is not the wireless. That's just the basic little old computer or little printer. If you want the wireless version, that's the 2270. So either one that you grab, they're great printers, and they will print probably about 700 sheets of paper with the toner that they come with. And then for about 20 bucks on Amazon, you can get replacement toner. That's a no-name replacement toner. Get the high yield version. That'll print about 1,500 to 1,700 sheets next. So we only replace ours maybe once every year, year and a half. Okay, so what about the bag system? So I just throw them in the bag and search for whatever. So for me, again, the bag system, as we were talking about this, has, sorry, I'm wearing a mic and I know I just hit it, so sorry if I just blasted you guys all, but it has categories that are out by location in the store. So I'll pull one out just so you can see some of the categories. You're gonna put your coupons in here in their categories if you choose the bag system. A bag system has more than just one accordion file in it. This is the cheapest way to make them. And I've had so many folks email me and ask if I would market their systems that they sell. You can buy a system for 40 bucks. Come on, guys. This is just an insulated lunch bag with 3 coupon binders with the tops cut off. This isn't hard to make yourself. You may spend 10 bucks on the whole thing. Make the categories that you want with lots of options, and then just stick all the coupons in the categories that they go in so that you can kind of keep tabs on them that way. Is it possible to add restaurant coupons into the database? Teray, we can do that. I never really know how many folks would look for them there, but if you want them there, I will do that for you. It's not hard at all. So we will make it happen. Do I think that ink cartridges that are not the same brand print as many coupons as the name brand cartridges? Honestly, Elizabeth, this is a tricky one because I don't buy name brand cartridges. As to whether or not I think that they're just as good, I really do. I feel like they're very legit. Look at the reviews, obviously, from whomever you're buying them from. And then if you have the Brother printer, especially look for the tip on electrical tape, because the Brother printer will tell you that it's low on cartridge early or low on toner in the cartridge early, but you just put a little piece of black electrical tape on the ends of the toner cartridge. It's like a little window that it views it through, and it will keep on printing for another 100, 200 sheets of paper. It's not really low, it just thinks it is. I've never had issues with non-name brand ink cartridges. They've worked just fine for us. It's kind of all we do. We actually just ran a photo booth at the Becoming Conference entirely with off-brand ink. It did great. And I saved exorbitant amounts of money by doing that versus paying for the full name brand version. Okay. I think I'm caught up on everybody's questions. So a few other tips that I was going to throw in to kind of speed you up, and tips that you guys have, feel free to chat those as well. When you're going through and you're cutting your coupons, if you are like me, I don't get, and I've shared this one before, but I don't get my local paper. I get a paper out of the Tampa St. Pete area that comes on Mondays. So make sure that you have the Southern Savers system set to show you only the coupons that were in your paper. It's the first key tip on saving time, because it's going to save you from going on wild goose hunts looking for coupons that don't exist. Even then, it can be somewhat tricky. So my inserts technically come from the Tampa area. Like this one is an advertising supplement to the Tampa Go, not to the Tampa Tribune, not to anything else. So sometimes you need to really analyze what the insert is that you have. And let's see if I can get it close enough for you to read. But it's on the fine print that's along the spine. If you get an insert from another area, let me see if I have an example. There may be more than one paper listed. So if you put in a city and it just doesn't seem to be matching up, try going with another paper that's listed along the spine. Let's see, this one's actually on the spine, so it's even harder to read, and it's so hard for me to line it up for you guys. But if you're looking at that, there's actually numerous papers listed. It's really blurry. Well, just go with me on it. There are numerous papers there, whether you can read it or not. Maybe I sit there and I play around in the Southern Saver system and find a different city that's listed that might line up better with those inserts. But definitely making sure that it's doing that, because the shopping list is going to automatically reduce the number of coupons that are there. One other thing that you can do, someone recently asked for this, and I will pull up one to show you, is you now have the ability to go through and look only at, how funny, here we go, only at insert or coupons that were not in an insert. So if you don't get the Sunday paper, I'll screen share and show you this. You can make your shopping list take away insert coupons as well. I know we're talking about how to organize coupons, but if you give up on the inserts or you don't have time for inserts, you can actually come to your shopping list and in the drop down, in the drop down, this is where you check the box to only show locally available. Once you check it, it's always checked. But I can also tell it to hide insert coupons, and they just will magically go away, so that I'll be left with, and this is a list from a few weeks ago, but I'll be left with only printables and apps. So my MobiSave is still there, but I won't have any other insert coupons. It's only what I could get online technically. And someone asked for that. I'm always cool with making whatever you want to be there. The next thing that we're working on is apps and being able to uncheck those, because a lot of folks don't do the apps. You should. There's no reason not to. But we're working on, in that drop-down box, kind of allowing you to continue tailoring your shopping list to specifically what you want it to show you, just to help speed you up in the whole getting your coupons together part of getting into the grocery store. The other tip that I would recommend is kind of, I mentioned it earlier really, and that is getting yourself so completely ready, and this is just a big time saver for me. These numbers on the side, they seem really simple. It only takes a second to go through once you cut your coupons and count how many you need to buy. That right there will save me an easy, added up in the store, 20 minutes. Because I'm not going back to my coupons every single time and saying, wait, how many was I supposed to buy? Wait, how many was I supposed to buy? Over and over and over again. The store shopping list just tells me what my plan is. And you see the ones that are X'd out, those are the ones where, you know what, I didn't get the coupon after all. I am not buying it. So you're going to have lots of changes. But just quickly telling yourself what the plan is, putting them all in a Ziploc bag, that's going to save you a lot of time as well in the store. Okay, let me jump to Chandra's questions. How do I use plenty points at the Exxon station when paying at the pump? When I tried to redeem, all it did was earn points. So Chandra, I have not paid at the pump with it yet. I tried and it didn't like that. So I just went inside and paid at the register with the guy inside. So if it's not going ahead and recognizing it at the pump, that's what I would just recommend for now, is you select the button to pay inside and do that when you're done, or do that before we even start. For me, I just went in and told him, hey, I have plenty points that I want to use and I will pay inside. He was fine with that, so I didn't pay up front or anything. I went back out, I pumped my gas, I came back in and I paid. It's a little pain in the neck, but I saved a good chunk of money off of our gas. I also have only done that one time. So I've been using my Plenty Points everywhere, kind of. I've used them at Macy's, I've used them at Rite Aid, and I've used them at an Exxon station. And I like that part about the Plenty Point system. But for right now, I don't know that they have the at the pump fully working. So if you've had issues with it, I had issues with it, it might be coming. Just keep in mind for them, they just rolled out the system at Exxons and Mobil's maybe 2.5 months ago. So it might take some time in them getting that up and running to make sure it's working right. And maybe someone else can chime in too that's gotten it to work in their area. So a few other time-saving tips while you're out and about. If you do not already have the Southern Savers app, I would recommend it, not only because I built it, but if I'm hunting for something in the app, I can use the item search right there in the store and find out who has the lowest price. If this store doesn't, does another store have it? It can also really come in handy in the middle of Walmart, because if this store doesn't have it in Walmart, they're going to price match any other store. So using the item search to help you there, or even using the database to help you. If I'm looking at something and I'm wondering, do I have a coupon for this product, I can check the database right there on the app as well. Okay, and so Teray, since we're on the app, you are actually kind of, I think it's confused other folks too. When I had someone test the barcode scanner, I guess we need to put in a note on the barcode scanner, but the barcode scanner in the app was not designed for grocery items. That's what the item search is. It's for the item search is for you to type in the grocery items, but the barcode scanner on the app is actually meant for helping you to price match products that you would buy online. And in the app, by the way, too, just to show you, if I don't have a barcode, I can actually click that search for best prices online, and I can type in whatever I'm searching for too. So for me, I've had my heart wanting a Fitbit, a new Fitbit Charge HR that came out. So I can type that in, and I can hit search, and it's going to show me, it'll take a second, but it's going to show me every store that has the Fitbit Charge and where all the prices are. I can choose the best one that I see, and I could either buy it or I can price match that if I head into Target. That's what it's really meant for you to do, is to price match those items, since Target, Walmart, Best Buy, Toys R Us, Babies R Us, Staples, tons of stores in town will price match online deals. So if I'm walking through that store and I want to buy a DVD in Target, or spur of the moment purchases, that's when I pull out the barcode scanner so that I can figure out who has the best deal on that DVD and then price match that right there in Target. Or if they won't price match it, grab it right there just by clicking the button and buying the item. So you can go either way, but any of these will work to take you directly to the deal if you click straight on them, or to get you to be able to price match it in the store. It's not meant for groceries. So we'll figure out how to help folks to see that. Sorry for the confusion there. So do I need to tell them at the register that I want to use Plenty Points? Yes, and you would either give them your Plenty Point card, or you can enter your phone number. That's what I did at the Exxon station. I don't always have my Plenty Point card with me, but as long as you say that I want to pay with the Plenty Points, they will let you key it in. They don't automatically ask you for it. Like, you know, if I were checking out in Rite Aid, they would say, hey, do you have a Plenty Point card? Because Rite Aid's used to asking for a savings card. Exxon is not used to asking for a savings card, nor is Macy's. So you just have to tell them, hey, I have the card and I want to scan it and I want to pay with those points. They'll scan it, and then the system automatically brings it up on the little screen that you would normally swipe your card at in the store, and says, hey, you have points. Do you want to use them on this transaction? You say yes, and you're done. But that's how actually redeeming them will work when it works. That's inside the store, though, not at the actual pump at the gas station. Okay. Let's see. I think we've hit, yep, we're good on everybody else. I'm trying to kind of, I had other things that I'd written down and I didn't bring my little notes for tips. And And now I'm drawing a blank. Let's talk in terms of organization and speeding you up rain checks really quick, and just other things in terms of dealing with customer service in the store. So rain checks in the store, again, if I go in and I planned on buying something, it's on my shopping list, they didn't have any more, I can get a rain check. They don't have to be out of all of them. So if my goal was to get those 4 hamburger helpers, and we really only eat beef stroganoff, we don't eat any of the other flavors, and they don't have any more beef stroganoff, then I can get a rain check on hamburger helper. That's all I have to do is go up and say, hey, I wanted to get beef stroganoff, you don't have any more. They will write me a rain check for hamburger helper, the whole brand. So I don't, again, they don't have to be out of all of them, but now I could actually come back and get any kind I wanted. I really want the stroganoff, but that's not what it's specifically written for. It's just a rain check for hamburger helper. In most stores, I cannot use an expired coupon with a rain check. The exception is Publix. So if I went into Publix today, I wanted to grab the item, but my coupon was expiring. As long as my coupon was good the day my rain check was written, I may continue to use it until the rain check expires. That's a fun perk of Publix. With those rain checks, I would recommend that you go ahead and staple the coupons to the rain check that you plan on using, so that way when I come back into Publix, I have them. I don't forget. I don't clean them out and throw them away. They're right there. And I'm good to use the rain check with the coupons, no problems. We're gonna get rain checks at customer service in the grocery store or right at the register in the drugstore. Don't waste your time on rain checks in Rite Aid and Walgreens though, just get them in CVS. CVS rain checks never expire and will print the extra care bucks that should print today, 4 years from now, whenever you redeem them. Most grocery store rain checks expire, so you need to kind of learn what your store's policy is. Some do not. Harris Teeter and Food Lion primarily are the 2 grocery stores that have non-expiring rain checks, but everybody else is about 30 days. Kroger, it's 2 weeks. So you have to get in there very quick with Kroger. But I do want to grab a rain check because it's definitely going to save me money in the end. I was already prepped to buy this item today, so stopping to get the rain check's not going to take very long. I've already cut the coupons. I can't stick them back in my accordion big old file folder. So for most of us, rain checks are going to go in your little coupon folder or in your big bag system. Just have a category for the store so that you're set for any rain checks or store specific coupons. They can go in that store's pocket and you're set to use them the next time you're in the store. One other tip with rain checks, if you have a rain check that says that it's a limit of 8, most stores don't require that you use the rain check all in the same transaction. So I just ask your store. I'm not telling you to break any policies, but if it was set at a limit of 8 on the rain check and I wanted to buy 4, most of the stores that I shop in would gladly take that rain check, mark off the 8, write a 4, and hand it back to me. So I don't actually have to use it all in one transaction unless I wanted to. Just to throw that out there. Some stores will require it, so you just need to know your store's policy on whether or not a rain check has to be used in one transaction or whether you could keep it and use it again if you hadn't met the limit. And one tip to save more money with rain checks, if you're in a store that they don't expire, so you're in a Harris Teeter or a Food Lion or another store that we didn't mention that has non-expiring rain checks, always walk through the produce and the meat department, because this gives you a rain check on some pretty seasonal items, especially produce. You know, we're at the end of the big produce season. Lots of things are still decent prices, but if they're out of something and they have a really great price on even, you know, whole seedless watermelon or 99-cent green beans or 99-cent squash, they don't have any more, or what they have is all super yucky, get a rain check. And then when I come back in 6 months, and it's not on sale because it's really off season, you've got an incredible price on produce because now it's the middle of winter just by getting the rain check. So it's a good way to kind of pad your savings a little bit in future months by grabbing those when you're in the store. Retail store coupon about JCPenney's. In the mailer, there'll be a $10 or more purchase, as well as percentage off coupons, and oftentimes I'm short on time. What are some quick go-to buy suggestions besides jewelry on clearance? I feel like it's a free money that I shouldn't let go unused. Any ideas that can get me in and out of the store quickly? So Barb, I've seen these as well at Kohl's, and and every now and then other stores, but JCPenney's, yes, definitely passes these out a good number of times. My go-tos are the jewelry that you mentioned. Clearance, if clearance is not excluded, which sometimes it is, depending on the store that you're dealing with. If clearance is not excluded, I would even go into undergarments. I know it's not exciting, but socks, underwear, even for my kids, because any packages of those would be outright free with a $10 off coupon. Another weird one, it's not going to match anything, but pillowcases, just grabbing some extras. Pillowcases are handy to have around, just as some extra white ones. They don't have to be special, but those are also going to be less than $10, as are individual towels. So again, they're not going to match anything, but you can use these in an off color. So if you have, if your primary color in your bathroom is green, then grab some off-white towels, use the 10 off 10, usually grabbing one towel and even one washcloth. It's going to come out to be close to be right at $10 for some of those items, and that's even regular price, outright free. And I know it seems silly, but if my mother-in-law is visiting, I send her up to our guest room with one towel and one washcloth. It's not like I've set out this match of 4 towels for her. So she really doesn't know that it may be the only one that we have in the house that's that color. It's fine with me, but it's a good way to get some new towels in our rotation without having to buy full sets of towels. And they do put them out on a fair, regular basis. So you could kind of slowly build a set of towels that way too. But those would be my go-tos in the store. I don't wear a ton of jewelry. You'll notice if you watch numerous Google Hangouts, I wear the same pair of earrings. Like, I don't ever even take them out. So jewelry for me becomes a waste. I'd rather spend them on household or undergarments that I can knock out for the kids. Experience with grocery mailers like Kroger. I have cards to most of the stores, but I rarely get the mailers. And so what Andrew's talking about are the mailers that come, coupons that come in the mail. Do you think that I need to create a new account, or are they pretty much random? So Andrew, this is, it's the question that everybody would love to know the answer to, especially with Kroger. Kroger home mailers are very targeted to specific areas and specific shoppers. They base them off of how much you've been in the store, how much you've purchased, all sorts of things. And how you get them to be turned on for you, no one really knows. You do need to make sure that you've gone online and that you have set up a My Kroger account. That's what they call their system, that they have your correct address, that you're interacting with their system, so that hopefully that can trigger you. Beyond that, no one really knows the rhyme or reason for Kroger. Target does a lot of home mailers as well, and the best way to get Target home mailers is actually to be a member of the Target Red Card Society, if you view it as a society. So Target has their own debit card or credit card, and the debit card can link directly to your checking account. It's not another form of credit, but the Target Red Card gets you 5% off of all of your Target purchases. Even on top of price matches. There's really no reason not to. Plus, super fun reason as well, to get a Target Red Card, you can get a free icy every day in Target this week if you have a Red Card. But in all seriousness, the Red Card tends to be what triggers the Target home mailers, as does setting up registries. So if you are expecting a baby, even for me, it was my 5th, nobody's giving me a shower, I can still head to Target and I can still do a baby registry. That's going to trigger baby coupons to start coming in our mail. And the same for bridal registries. You can even do birthday registries. So just kind of interacting with Target and letting them know, hey, I love your store, basically, is what you're doing when you set up these registries. Nobody could ever even check your birthday registry, but you did it. And that's going to trigger you to get the home mailer coupons. Think of it as like a fun date night. You and your husband just go and have fun setting up Target registries, scanning random things that you've always wanted. And who knows, maybe you can buy something off of each other's registries, but really you're just getting yourself set to grab their coupons in the end. Okay, we got to a lot of fun questions that weren't on organization, and we're at time, so I'm going to keep us kind of true to our time tonight. But we will be back next week, same time, same place. I don't know what we're talking about yet, so if you have any ideas, feel free to email me. My email is jenny@southernsavers.com. If you have any questions that you think of that I didn't answer, I will gladly answer it via email. But same time being Monday night at 8:30 next Monday night. And then come September, we're going to take Labor Day off, which is I think the first Monday in September. And then we're going to take off another Monday later in the month, just because we have some follow-up appointments in Atlanta for our daughter. But we will be here almost every other Monday night. So I hope you guys have a good night, and I hope we got to most of your questions, and maybe you learned something new on organization. And you guys have a good night, and I will see you next week.